Hello, good people. How are you? My name is Angel Nyawera Orenge. Thank you so much for continuously subscribing to my channel. First of all, I definitely have to apologize for my big fans who always follow me. I know I've been away for the last 3 weeks. Sikupenda, just circumstances. Now I am back, and I am back with a bang. Now today's topic is a bit sensitive. It's a bit personal. It's relatable, and I'm also a victim of it. I don't want to call them deadbeat fathers, but I will call them deadbeat fathers. Those men who by choice refuse to raise up their children. I'm a single mother to a 9-year-old daughter, the most amazing thing that has ever happened to me. And I have brought up her for the last 8 years alone. All because the father of her child refused to bring her up, to frustrate me. Now, I was once in love with him. He engaged me, and we got our beautiful daughter. But as time passed, things did not work out. It's only normal with adulthood. There are those people who are compatible, and there are those who are not. But I want to imagine when you bring a child into this life, it is not their fault. They're innocent in it. And if as much you guys don't work out, it doesn't mean the child has to fall victim. Well, my child has fallen victim for the last 9 years. Now, listen. I need to understand, why is it that men choose to bring up their children and there's some that choose not to bring up their children? Where are you coming from? You who refuse to bring up your children. You're very blood, you're very vain. In my case, the father of my child said, after I broke up with him, after knowing the sort of life he was living, I chose peace of mind over status. And I broke it up. And these were his very words. Dikorera mwana atari nyumba yakwa. In my vernacular language, that means sitalea mtoto mwenye yuko kwa nyumba yangu. I will not bring up a child that is not in my house. Thinking that he was frustrating me. Now, guys, those who know me, I'm one of the last people that is going to get frustrated. So I was not going to give him that power to frustrate me, because my answer was, I am not related to you. You found me as an adult. The person you're related to is your child. I have my father. I still speak to my father. My father, even after 40 years of my life, still gifts me. He still says happy birthday. And I still write him happy Father's Day. And I gift him also on his birthday. Men think that raising a child is all about finance. It is not about finance. There's something called emotional support. Now, this is a man who was 11 years older than me, thinking that he should have known better about bringing a child up. But he didn't. Now, women who are raising children alone, single mummies, do not let those men frustrate you. You have every reason to wake up and pray. You have the God Father above. My baby daddy has tried to frustrate me, to a point even asking for a DNA. And we went for the DNA. It came to 99.9%. And even after that, when the court asked him to take care of his child, he had a way of manipulating it. And I decided, you know what? I am not going to do this. I'm not going to force a grown-up ass man to bring up a child, his own blood. If anything, when you look at my daughter, the only thing she takes from me is our nose. Our nose is very strong. I may sound disappointed, But I just feel frustrated on behalf of my daughter because she's 9 years old now. And the questions she keeps asking me is, what did I do wrong? Why does my father not love me? And what I told myself is that not even one single day I will speak anything negative towards him, because he's the father of my child and I don't want to throw curses to her. He probably has traits that my daughter has. There are some things that she does, or some frustration look she keeps, and I see him. I live with that man in my house because his very look is with her. Now, when I went to court, there was something very ironical because I had served him to take care of his child. And then yet, on the next case, there was a man who was fighting to see his children, just to see him, to see his son. Then I wonder, what is the difference between this man who refuses to take care of his own and this man who is fighting for his own? Is it our upbringing? Is it the lack of exposure? Is it the ego? Is it the pride? Is it the family lineage? Is it genetics? I wonder. But I will tell you this, men who refuse to bring up their children. Feeling heartless, feeling nothing, you're probably the devil's incarnate. Yes, you are. Because when I look at the father of my child, he was brought up by a father. He is who he is because of his father's legacy. But I wonder, what about him? What sort of legacy is he leaving for himself? You man who is not bringing up your child, what legacy will you leave behind? Punishing your own blood because of trying to frustrate the woman who gave birth with you? Well, like I said earlier, I am those women who are not easily frustrated because of such. I'm only getting frustrated because of the questions that my daughter will come home and ask me. Can I have a brother? Can I have a sister? Then she says, oh wait, I understand. That only happens when there's a daddy. Then she says, oh, it's okay then, I can have a puppy. You do not realize the circle that you affect. And yet we know you are capable, driving all the big cars, living in the mansions, driving the most expensive, drinking the most expensive whiskeys and entertaining women. I'll tell you, life is short. A man is all about the legacy he leaves. And it's such a sad frustration because you live it for yourself, not for us. So this is my advice to you women. Keep hustling it for the sake of your child. Jinyime for the sake of your child. Assure your kid, love your child. Let your child know that they are proud. Do not talk any negativity to your child about who their father is. Because my daughter is 9, in the next 9, she'll be an adult. And I will tell her, there he goes. He's always lived 6 kilometers away from you. Go find the answers, because I do not know why he chose not to bring you up. He's the one who can tell you, not me. Meanwhile, I'll give you what I can give you. And she said, it's okay, ma'am. If he doesn't want to be my daddy, at least I have Guka, my father, who is still my father. At least I have Uncle David, my brother. For the longest time, my daughter called my brother daddy because that's what she knew. Why are you letting these kids suffer, you deadbeat fathers? Women, single moms, be strong. Keep it real. God will bless you. Now I will tell you something, and this is a first-hand story. This is to the deadbeat father. That one who chose not to bring up a child to frustrate the baby mother. I have a very close friend, if not a best friend. He's in the circle of my best friend. The same way the deadbeat father chose not to bring up him and his two sisters to frustrate the mom because she left. Well, they grew up. He told me that he chose not to go to campus so that he can help his mother hustle. His younger sisters, who were twins, were in high school. He started selling juice. He chose not to go to campus to help the mom. And yet the father is a millionaire. He did that. And the girls came out. They went to campus. He's a successful man. A few years down, the father got diabetes and his kidneys failed. And out of his 9 children that he had sired and that he was supporting, my friend was the only one who was a match to give him a kidney. And he was called. And of course, he does not call him daddy or father. He calls him by his name. He said, "What is it that you brought into my life? This is what you took away from my life. So I don't need anything from you. And I don't see anything that I have to give you." And he chose, as much as the relatives tried to talk to him, "No, please, just, you know what, he's still your father." No. He chose not to give him that kidney. And a few months down, he was dead. Now you see, you never know what your child can bring you. Maybe this father would have still been alive, but he's not. Life was taken away from him because of that one child he refused to support. Now listen, make the right choices in life. It is never too late to redeem yourself. And let me tell you something, it's not always about emotional support or financial support. It's about your child seeing you and being able to say, "That is my daddy. That is my father." What will be written in your eulogy? And please do not say, "I was father too," when you are just a sperm donor. Forgive my French. I know I sound bitter, but I'm bitter on behalf of my child, because I am not going to be that mother who lies. Your father is alive. Why does he not love me? I do not know. When it's the right time, he will give you the answers. But don't make us answer questions that we're not supposed to be answering, or because you cannot give emotional support. So listen here, deadbeat fathers. Wanaume siku ingine kwa function wakiambia wasimame, sit down. Because you're not a man. A man is not about what he has between his legs. A man is all about taking responsibility of his actions. Take care of your kids. I am who I am today. I speak the way I speak today because of my father's efforts. Till today, he's my father. Till today, he's my emotional father. Till today, in case shit hits the fan, forgive my French again, I can call my dad and say, "Hey dad, how about this? This is what I'm going through." Fathers, be there. And this is my kudos to all those men who are raising their children. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. See you next time.